Greetings, I'm Chappers.
And I'm the Captain.
Welcome to this wonderful presentation from Andertons.co.uk here in the heart of Guildford on the Elektron analog device.
Elektron, spelt with a K.
It's just ruined your voice with its distortion.
Now, Elektron is a Swedish brand from Gothenburg. And
that's where Batman's from.
It is Gothenburg City. Just left of Nutbush City. And we've been selling Elektron products for a little while now, although through our keyboard department, as they make their kind of, I don't know what it is about the Scandinavians, they make jolly good kind of analog synthy kind of products. So that's kind of what we know of Elektron, and keyboard players will probably go, oh yeah, they're known for their analog, awesome sounding kind of keyboards. And about, do you know what? I think it was last NAMM, so I've known that this pedal was coming for almost a year now. NAMM, so NAMM 2016, they said, we've got a pedal coming and we're pretty excited and we want you guys to be like the first people to demo it and everything like that. But so we said, cool, and it arrived, and the angle behind this, and the reason I guess it's such a big pedal, is it is 8 completely discrete and completely analog, that's the key important part, drive circuits. So imagine 8 different drive pedals in one, not digital though, 8 actual drive pedals in one, but with the ability to store preset patches. So choose a drive tone, set the gain, the EQ, the level, everything, and store that, and then via digital switching recall those presets either by using the arrows on the foot switch here or via MIDI. It has MIDI in and out. MIDI on the back. So if you're using anything like a gig rig system or perhaps some MIDI effects, this could become the kind of heart of your drive sound, and potentially, assuming you like all the sounds in here, negate the need to have 8 different distortion pedals on your board.
Yeah, well that's great because it would compress 8 things into one thing, thusly being smaller.
And there is, in this perverse world that we live in this instance, that's a good thing.
Yes.
So look, I'm going to tell you, we're going to go through the 8 basic drive sounds. We have a clean sound set up here to give you an idea of what the pedal would sound like this. And we have a mildly dirty sound, which Rob's has turned off.
So I put it on standby because I was being a good neighbour.
You were being a good neighbour. So if your basic amp tone sounds more like this, then that's what you're going to get with this pedal, and if your basic amp tone sounds more like that, that's what you're going to get. So the first analog drive circuit in here is called Clean Boost, and it does exactly what it says on the tin. I think it's up to 20 dB of clean boost. We're using the pedal in manual mode. You'll see if I flick over here, that's where your preset mode is. So essentially I'm not storing anything at the moment, it's just wherever the knobs are set, that's what it's going to sound like. So I know on the Fender, if I whack this in because there's so much clean headroom, it's just going to be a loud boost. So here we go, you'll see. And obviously I can change the EQ and everything to accentuate that if I like. I don't know many people that just use a straightforward loud boost on a clean amp, other than maybe the country guys do, that kind of thing. You'd more use a boost, I think, into a clipping amplifier.
Yeah.
But just to give you an idea of what we can do with the EQ, if you ever play. I'll switch over now to the slightly driven amplifier and try and use what I would use a clean boost for, which is to give you more of a sort of a mid-range accentuated boost on the amp. Sounds good.
I like
Sounds
this.
good.
It's like the controller in a helicopter. It's like the second guy in Airwolf, because he flicks the switch and fires the missiles and stuff.
That's what I'm doing. So the next one, called Mid Drive, they're basically comparing to a little green drive pedal that changed the world when it first came out in the late 70s. So this is their sort of tube screamer circuit. So again, should work over both a clean tone and a slightly driven tone.
So here's just a little lead lick without it engaged. You ready?
Yeah.
With it.
Same again now. Again, you could use tube screamer with a more of a driven kind of amp sound. Here we go. Sounds great.
Yeah, that's really good.
Next is the dirty drive. This is described as a really dirty and swampy, gatish feeling.
Swampy.
A gatish feel can be obtained at low gain settings. Higher gain settings result in an old school fuzzy sound.
Let's try it, bro.
Clean amp and dirty drive. I think when they say gatish, I think they mean almost that sort of when you get a fuzz pedal where the battery's going on it and the bias
exactly
is like it's going. Should we try that amplifier?
Yes.
Cool, let's do it. Plenty of dirt there.
Yeah.
So next we have an analog drive. I can't even say that word. Analog drive circuit called Big Dist.
Is that really how you spell analog?
Well,
I don't know why it's falling apart in my mind now.
I think in the Queen's English, don't we add a U and an E to the end of it? But I think in the Americans' English, they don't. So I think it's just. I don't think so. If you're American, how would you spell analog? Please comment.
Because I was reading it going,
below.
is it falling, I don't know. You know when sometimes you just say a word again and again and again and it means nothing.
I'm fairly sure we put a U and an E on the end of it in Queen's English. Whatever we do in, and now Pete is doing a search
We're looking it up, we're finding it on the internet.
I dread to think what's going to come up given the 4 first letters of this particular word. Let's hope that, we put a U and an E, and the Americans, what do they do? What's underneath? Yeah, US analog. I was right. Put it there, man. I tell you what, I have such a phenomenal grasp of the Queen's English. It's unbelievable. Can we go back to my information about the... Please, no, Pete, don't type that in. Big Distortion says, adds quite a lot of distortion, but with an intact bass response. A reference would be like a Marshall stack pushed to the max. So, okay, clean sound, Big Distortion. Let's do this. That's great.
Really, really, really good.
Very authentic.
Nice. Yeah.
Just again, listen to the reference tone that we had. Now, I've not really, you've seen me fiddling around here, I've not really explained. I've got a parametric mid-range control on here. So my high and low controls are sort of shelved, if you like, at a set frequency, but which I'm guessing probably changes depending on the drive circuit I'm on. But my mid frequency allows me to choose which frequency I want to adjust, so I can really kind of fine tune it to the amp and the guitar and the circuit that we're using.
Do it on the dirty side then.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Might be a bit too much, maybe.
Well, I'll turn the gain down a bit here, and so here's your reference tone.
Wow, I really ruined that last bit.
I think it sounded better through the Fender on that one. It's almost the kind of effect.
It needs a clean tone to work with.
On that particular drive circuit, yeah. So focus distortion says we have strong focus here on the upper mids, which I'm guessing sounds to me almost like a lead boost thing then, doesn't it?
Yeah,
so
maybe.
Let's see, we'll go back to the... Here's our clean amplifier. Again, if you're struggling to cut through the mix because you've got, a heavy, heavy bass or lots of keys or whatever.
Just turning into that harmonic.
Yeah, it's going, well, we'll get rid of the bass end here because we don't really need that in this band, and now we'll just go, let's see what it sounds like over the top of the...
It's a lot more of a shreddy kind of shreddy tone.
Can we put the humbucker guitar in?
We can put
because we're moving through into the heavier gain sections here anyway. So let's just humbucker up.
I chose this guitar because I've got one.
It sounds great.
And I chose that one because I've got one. I've got 4 actually, and I figured it would be good to have guitars I like and know.
So here's our. Back into the Fender.
I think a lot of these are way more in tune and work better with a clean amplifier.
Well, I guess that's. I mean, a lot of distortion pedals would be designed to do that.
Yeah.
But I guess it's all they're all emulating other circuits. So it's you just got to dial it into how you like it. But I'm liking them both. Okay, so harmonic fuzz, octave fuzz. Ooh, we know Rob loves an octave fuzz.
If it's a good one, I do.
It says here, which is based on a fuzz that is out of production. Which one is a well-kept secret?
It's not going to be an octave fuzz. It's going to be like a fuzz tone.
Well, let's see.
Let's try it.
Let's see. Harmonic fuzz over the clean.
Yeah. That's dirty.
That's monster.
That's absolutely dirty.
Filthy. You dirty Swede. Let's try it through a gainy amplifier and see what happens here. Go on then.
It's great.
That is fat and filthy.
That's a lot of fun to play with.
I like it. Okay, last couple. High gain is literally a traditional high gain distortion pedal.
Are you really going to want to put a high gain through a gain?
No, I'm going back. Pressing all the wrong buttons. Here we are.
That's really, really, really good. This is made for little clean combos, isn't it?
And somebody that needs to go everything from little, jazz gigs through to their Metallica tribute band.
You know what? I reckon one of these, an immersed reverberator, and a clean combo, and you've probably got a killer little.
Let me just, with the gain much further down, let's hear it through the.
Just really briefly clean up the Red Dwarf and see what it's like.
For sure.
Faux show.
Because in fairness, the last two settings on here are both super high gain, so you probably would want it a bit cleaner, wouldn't you?
I've cleaned up the Red Dwarf ones. Action.
Cool.
Yeah.
Mother!
It's well, there you go.
There's one more.
Action-packed with tone.
Thick gain.
Thick gain.
We are on thick gain back through the Fender amplifier. I'm guessing. Are you drop tuned? I think you should be.
I am now, mate.
Let's do this. That's ridiculous.
That's insane.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Really, really good.
And probably won't do.
Well, I got it cleaned up now,
let's
so
try
it might be.
Try it. There's a lot of great tones in one box.
I'm really impressed. It's really, really cool.
I just want to convince myself, because the manual is perhaps, or the website anyway, is perhaps slightly ambiguous as to exactly what's being stored when you save stuff. So just as a final thing, we're going to go into preset mode now. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save two different versions of the same drive setting with very different EQ controls, just to see if it does actually save the EQ as well as the drive setting. So this
you can flick that switch, takes you to the manual, then you find out. See?
Yeah, that's just the manual mode. So you should have it. See if you've got a sound now. So I hold this down, it says save, and I'm going to save that in position 0, 0. So it should have that. And then 0, 1 is I'm going to do the same thing, but with the EQ all the way down. Okay, so what we should have now is
0.
So play now.
Well done.
Okay, so I think we've proved it saves all the settings, the levels, the EQ, everything like
Awesome.
that. Wow.
How many distortions do you need? If it was all of them, this might be the right thing for you.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's £349, so it's not the cheapest distortion pedal that you'll ever buy. But, you know, when you look at some of the more expensive pedals out there, I mean, when this first came out, I was wondering whether it was going to be kind of the same sort of idea as the Strymon Riverside.
Yeah.
But it's not.
It's a bit different.
Strymon Riverside can store 2 different basic presets, but has a digitally interactive EQ section, so kind of the EQ changes depending on how you adjust the gain. This is, in some respects, more simple than that. It's just a straightforward analog drive pedal, but in some respects, much more flexible than that as well, because you've got 8 different circuits that you can store and recall.
It's a one-stop chop shop.
It's great. Yeah. I really like it. So
go out and try one.
Yeah. There you go. I'll put a link in the description section below as to where you can find out more details about this. Also, I'll put a link in the description. There's a very cool demo on Elektron's own site of lots and lots of different styles of guitars and amps being played through this pedal to give you an idea of the different sounds. But there you go. I've been the Captain.
I've been Chappers. See you later. Oh, close.
You dirty Swede.
This is Rory from the UK. Tell me about Rory.
So he edits videos. Rory's awesome.